Hey y'all, and welcome back to another stream. Sorry for not streaming yesterday, it was just a really long day. But we're back into it today for another about an hour long stream. Got a bit of a late start tonight, that's completely my fault. But we're going ahead and just jumping right in. All the info that you need to know is in the scroll below, as well as in the card that'll be above my head eventually. If you have any questions though, pop it into the chat and I'll be happy to answer them when I see them. Alright, and so let's go ahead and get started. Twitch follow at some point. Cool, thank you, Giselle Dutz. Alright. 3 days ago, so probably Saturday. I don't have alerts enabled. Enable those, I think. Anyway, let me go ahead and just get to writing. You got some writing done? Offline? Not a lot. We are technically in the same scene, so excuse me. So there's that. Technically the same like mini scene too, but Farah was investigating a noise, and then in the interim, as she was investigating, Nick started speaking loudly, and she knows there's somebody else around now. So, she tried to listen closely to see how she might take the better angle of attack. Unfortunately, the enemy had a voice that wasn't carrying well. Maybe they were afraid of an ambush. Going back up into the balls of her feet, she turned around and started to come back the way she came, being careful not to break any offending twigs. Excuse me. However it was. I've gone through the Monkey Man. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. S'il vous plaît. She could assume that because she had a tough time discerning his voice, he was facing away from where Farrah's current position was, while also using low tones to try to avoid detection. Assuming, going on the notion that Nick hadn't moved since she left him, as long as she was stealthy, she could sneak around the tree and attack the man, assuming it was just one man. I think it was just one man. It wasn't. They were in trouble. She had a good feeling that it was just the one, however, considering how circle around. She knew how making himself known to would have gone forward, emboldened by their strength and numbers. Oh, excuse me. Emboldened, sorry. Stealing her breath. Farrah drew back her strength. Stealing her breath, Farrah drew back her strength. And a few bullets fly out. Since they were sort of locked, she was fairly certain it wasn't bullets. One could never gauge care. as she once Nick came into her view, she obviously came into his as he sat straighter in his seat and gave a quick glance in her direction, although he focused once again on the man, on the person. It was too late. Motion gave her away. Finally, Sarah saw the burly body of a man who spent many hours in the sun. His body looked like an overripe fruit. No, his skin resembled the hue of an overripe fruit. And as he turned, Sarah could see the dark features on his face. Resembled these other Carlisle soldiers. The dark features on his face. And the tunic with the red, and the red shirt, and white tunic that indicated that both indicated that this man was with the Carlathian army. Literally, as he turned, she took no time. She did not hesitate and allowed her fingers to slide off of the string, loosening the arrow and allowing it to fly into his shoulder. He stumbled back and immediately put his hand up to the shoulder. Farah tried advancing. Farah did not advance, but instead knocked another bow, another arrow, and let it fly without aiming too carefully. This one got him in the side, causing him, and not aiming too carefully, as he was attempting to break the shaft. The shaft the second got him in the side. Causing another grunt. Stop moving, she demanded. Oh, the third one. Go for the threat or the throat. And then he chuckled darkly. Yeah, we'll do traps people. The king finds all that failed to fight with any of your traps. What did I hit? What is this? Let's check that there. Oh, part of the browser. Okay. The man struggled darkly. Go ahead. I can't quite tell you. Excuse me. Retorted. This one with her off, maybe better off. That keeps the fire to the heart. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's one question. Otherwise, Alright, there's ads starting in 3 minutes for my Twitch viewers. Just a heads up for y'all. Alright, depends on the question you shrugged. That was the answer. To proceed. Question. You know that you said it. Excuse me, you really expect... It didn't go off again. Unlikely. Double checked. noticed another arrow. That she notched another arrow. It's just watching his face going pale at the sight of the man in front of him. Suffering. Bless you, bless you. Oh, you scared someone away with that one. Meanwhile, Nick just watching. He's going pale. And suffering. Just tell her. Encouraged. Encouraged. The older man. Gritting his teeth. The older man first. Fine. He eventually, fine, he gave in. And before Mira could decide on the next spot. She was glad. She didn't have to choose anymore. There we go. Alright, I think that's a good chapter end. How are we on the word count? Ooh, we crossed 40,000. That's not bad. 5 more days to get 10,000. That's doable. That's like 2,000 a day. As long as I actually write. And then I've got Friday and Saturday where I'll knock a bunch out too, I'm sure. Good. I still have about 30 minutes tonight too. Yeah, about 30 minutes tonight. Alright, so I'm gonna jump down. Oh, here's the problem with not writing in a few days. I honestly don't remember where I'm at in the story. Deja woke up. She got the wig situation. And then we got these two. Yeah, this is more we can get started right here. I'm gonna jump a little bit. Give me 1 sec, guys. Let me read the marker down. Chapter 45, heading 1. Sentry. Okay, next. So 42 is Nick. 43 is Deja. 44 is Farah. Okay. Alright. should probably wrap up this section. Maybe? Oh no? Sorry, my brain's just like milk toast right now. The death has been quick, and once the Carlathian soldier relayed the information that let's see. Once the Carlathian soldier relayed the information that Farah had about, she kept her promise and made his death quick. She stood over him as if to minimize any feelings and shot one of her arrows directly into his throat. Watching the whole ordeal made Nick sick to his stomach. He wished he had brought along some leaves to alleviate nausea, but they had only packed basic provisions. She was dangerous. She was dangerous after all. You can't see glimpses of it in her. But everyone had streaks of both dark and light. But he also knew that everyone has streaks of both dark and light. It was getting to be too dark. Certainly. Power her. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little fidgety. These are power her. Do 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 do. Okay. Eastward in the attempt to try to find their comrades. The ash and smoke was beginning necessarily anything new. Still, that wasn't necessarily anything that she needed to kill or torture him for. Pretty obvious. He was trying Maybe to the east. Maybe they come to the west. To the west. He asked. He offered. Dropped as to their shoulders. We would have seen us on it now if they moved to the grasslands. Do you think he couldn't bring himself to finish the question? Especially not right after witnessing that death. Especially not right after witnessing someone be arrowed to death. Like someone dying. Either return safely Sarah asked. We've been on this silent fire for so long. We have run into not just your scouts, but any tribe or their scouts. The exception. Stomach looked Alright, we're at 1 hour. Let me just finish up this thought. Hold on. We haven't. Never agreed. What are your thoughts? It's possible that all the tribes along the north, then east, to try Sarah shook her head. We left so early on in the preparations. I didn't get wind where the evacuation plans are. Our next location was going to be somewhere south and south and west. South and west. Obviously, that route has been next location was open. But obviously, circumstances pushed that for us. even into the woods. Okay, that's a good actually stopping point for the chapter. Let me go ahead and just read the next chapter real quick. 45 was nice and short. Alright, let's go ahead and do a word count real quick. When did I start this tonight? 39.6. I got maybe more than 1,000-ish done. Oh no, it looks like I did get 1,000. I only got 2,000 done though, but we're looking at what, 41.6? Looking for the command. Oh, 41.6. Go me! Alright, we'll get 2,000 words done, and we've got 9,000-ish to go. So, looks like we can probably hit 50,000 exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna have to bang a few out this week. Definitely Friday and Saturday though. For sure. Alright now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out babydj.org to see how you can help. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. No, I didn't mean to do that.